can't exist without community. People can't exist without ecology and without the environment, because we are the environment. And people can't exist without art because that is their self-expression and their means of communication. And so I see community, art, and ecology as being completely intertwined and one and of the same thing.
In each other's company.
The place is a community center. It's a community resiliency center. We're teaching each other everything we can about being sustainable and joyful. This is the Wood and Metal Shop. It's a cooperative shop. So there are about 6 or 7 members and they all share the shop. There's woodworking, metal tools. There's a brew collective that just started.
We're trimming wheels. You want to trim wheels?
So this is Oakland. It's a bike project here, and we rent them space and they help people fix bikes. This is our beehive. We extract our own honey. So this is bottle brick. This is for those pieces of trash that you say, look at this little piece of plastic, what do I do with this? You put it in here, and then you can use it to build cob benches. It's a personal landfill project. It's landfill becoming art. And these are our chickens. Francesca and Gertie.
The Sustainable Living Roadshow, a couple of their main people, Veronica and Jonathan Ute, catalyzed this whole project to find a place to be rooted.
First 2 stewards we had on site, they were amazing people, Emma and Ben. They were here when nothing else was, and they were just holding it down.
We're moving forward as the stewards and defining our role as we go, and the same for the whole place. We're just figuring out who we are, and that is created by all the people who have come into the project and had some passion for where this is headed. So
I've been involved with the project pretty much from the very beginning, since the beginning of the year. I mean, I grew up in this area, I went to school here, and I'm familiar with the neighborhood because I used to live in this area in the 90s. I just came down on a random Sunday to just see what the space was like, and when I came down I saw all these people here, and then I realized that they were actually having a meeting, and it was completely like fortuitous. I think we already have, like, you know, here we already have the sustainability aspect pretty much well mapped out. There's a lot of people here who are experts.
we have Bespoke Tailor, who makes clothes for bicyclists out of reclaimed wool. We have the Fabrication Laboratory, that's Tyson who runs that. It's a shared shop space. What else do we have? We have other things going on.
Nick Bertulas, he's the director of our regenerative design
Permaculture garden. Yeah. There's Matt, who does all these planter box and different types of growing techniques where it's like low impact.
So this is our a system that somebody is working on, and Matthew is working on. It's a worm composting system.
We've got Virgil, the landlord. He's really old school,
But he's letting us do our thing.
He's letting us do our thing, and he doesn't quite get it, but we'll get to him eventually.
I think if we're going to actually make sustainability a common practice, if it's going to become part of like everyone's lives, we need to really understand how to create a common shared language for that. So part of that for me is a potential is there in art.
So it's a block party, huh?
It's a block party.
We host events.
And alive and know that our planet is at stake. So
here at the place every Tuesday and every Sunday and every Tuesday there is Spokeland. So you show up, you bring your bike, put it on a rack, and you're like, my bike needs brakes. And they're like, well, this is how you do the brakes.
So through dance and song, the children made the world revolve, healed old pain, and convinced Aidos to come again. Thank you.
We think our path is set in stone, but we're all at a crossroads, and we can choose how.
So these guys are from like some community garden group class, and it's their second activity together. So they don't have like a hell of a lot of experience, but that's okay.
For sure, Ethan, what exactly are we up to here?
Well, we're a class from Merritt College up here in Oakland Hills. We're actually in the midst of determining whether or not there's cement prohibiting us from going down. But the general picture, we want to wrap a little bit wide up here, plant some vines, and let the vines come to life and just you know, kind of have this really beautiful entrance. Right here around the billboard you got.
I think the biggest challenge for everyone is burnout.
Maybe like clear commitments from specific players?
Internally, yeah.
Yeah.
Structure, like a more defined structure. It's not very clear at this point.
Yeah, so it's all about relationship building. And as we all know, relationship building is very challenging.
Sustainability in a larger sense, where it means like people from diverse communities coming together, seeing common needs, having kind of shared visions towards like what they can do for into the future. That's kind of what's lacking. And
in addition to that, I feel that figuring out programming for this community that's like right outside our gate is like we haven't, you know, we're just getting into figuring that all out.
Doing some neighborhood mapping to see who's in our neighborhood, get connected to our neighbors, figure out what's important to them.
There's some fear around being in public space in this neighborhood, and there's been some gentrification. There's been black families who have moved away and white families that have come in.
So the whole area is really kind of being transformed. There's a big demographic shift happening.
And so there's a little bit of animosity about that, and so we're just working on breaking down the boundaries.
What is this space going to offer to the community that makes them really excited to come in here? And that's like everybody, like not just the white community, but the black community, the Hispanic community, the Asian community, and all of them out there. Like there's definitely like different levels of interest, and just trying to figure out the common ground.
We think our path is set in stone, but
I see the future as being a green, thriving, living city. I see people working together.
I'm curious about the future, and I'm hopeful about it.
Someday in the very near future, our cities are going to be transformed into landscapes that really nurture people and really, really thriving. So that's what I see. I'm excited about it. I think this place is the first step in sort of doing that.
I feel like we have a little window here where we can start and reach out to a lot of different people. The consciousness on the planet is evolving. I think it's a really exciting time. If we can create an organism that is functional, including ourselves, including nature, including the cityscape, that we don't even know what's possible. That we're open to possibility, that we open a door to possibility.
thank you very much. Here's Ariel Eisen. That's what we're all about. I wanted to start with that.